The PlayStation 2 was a legendary sleepover machine, a bring-your-own-controller battle zone, and a friendship-testing marvel. Long before online lobbies and voice chats, gaming with your bestie meant split screens, snack breaks, and shouting, "I said, pass the controller," from across the couch. Whether you were tag-teaming supervillains, trash-talking over headshots, or trying not to rage during co-op missions, the PS2 delivered unforgettable multiplayer moments. So, if you're ready to relive the glory days, or simply want to introduce a new friend to some timeless couch co-op chaos, these are 10 PS2 games you need right now. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. If there's one way to test a friendship, it's by teaming up for a flying bicycle kick across the face of evil itself. This chaotic tag team adventure lets you and your buddy unleash glorious kung fu havoc across Outworld, blending classic Mortal Kombat violence with platforming puzzles and brutal co-op combos. 1 minute you're drop-kicking demons into spike pits. The next, you're solving deadly environmental puzzles, like you're auditioning for a horror-themed escape room. It's got fatalities plural, multalities, brutalities, every ality you'd ever want. And yes, you can chain together combos so long, it starts to feel personal. The story throws you head-first into a revenge-soaked, god-fueled mission to stop a sorcerer cheat-coding his way to world domination. But let's be honest, you're really here to elbow drop a Tarkatan in sync with your best friend, while Raiden watches like a proud Thunder Dad.
Your Earth will be destroyed. But I don't think it will come to that. Do you accept my challenge?
Crash Nitro Kart. Getting abducted by a holographic lizard emperor just to win your freedom through intergalactic kart race, totally reasonable. And let's be real, if your weekend doesn't involve drifting around rainbow bridges and smacking your best friend with a rocket-powered beaker, are you even racing? This wacky, warp-pad-loaded adventure takes you and your pal through 5 twisted worlds of turbocharged chaos, where the difference between victory and vaporization is often a well-timed power slide or a sneaky TNT crate. Mastering those boosts becomes an art form as you tear through loops, lava, and low-gravity turns like it's Sunday brunch at the Crash household. Collect Wumpa fruit to soup up your weapons. Spam the fire button like your life depends on it, because it kinda does. And laugh maniacally when your friend flies off the track. Whether it's Team Bandicoot or Cortex, the galaxy's fate weirdly depends on which of you can time a drift boost better.
Excellent ball. And there it is.
FIFA 2003. Passing the ball has never felt so gloriously dramatic. This is the game where commentary tried to sound like Shakespeare calling a penalty, and your every flick of the analog stick could summon a stadium-wide gasp. With its freshly minted freestyle control system, you and your buddy could finally showboat like true couch-side Ronaldinhos, flicking, spinning, back-heeling, and generally humiliating each other until someone rage pauses mid-match. This wasn't just your average kick-it-and-hope simulator. Nope. It brought a broadcast-style presentation that had halftime highlights, camera swoops, and fan chants so realistic you'd think someone smuggled an entire hooligan section into your living room. Club Championship mode was pure bragging rights heaven, pitting Europe's top teams in their own home grounds, with chants echoing off polygonal walls and egos swelling with every nutmeg. WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain. Nothing screams friendship like repeatedly choke-slamming your bestie through a flaming table while JR yells dramatic things in the background. This body-slamming, spine-busting fever dream took the PS2 era by storm, with more attitude than a DX reunion tour. It ditched the button-mashing nonsense and slapped in a grappling system so refined you could practically feel the sweat. Limb damage, rope breaks, submission meters. Yes, this was the tactical wrestling simulator your inner 12-year-old always wanted. From the moment you stepped into season mode and stormed into the GM's office, demanding title shots like a caffeinated Goldberg, the drama was real. And with over 50 superstars, including legends and early appearances of future icons like Cena and Batista, the roster alone was like a Royal Rumble on steroids. Want to relive Dead Man era Undertaker vs maskless Kane in the Elimination Chamber? Do it. Or settle all disputes in the most dignified way possible. Bra and panties match. You're welcome.
Them to myself for the moment. I figured I'd play along with this little game. After all, I could always kill him later.
Twisted Metal Black. What starts like a demolition derby quickly turns into a psych ward on wheels with missiles. This is vehicular combat at its most deranged, where therapy sessions are replaced with napalm. And your co-op pal is just one accidental fire missile away from becoming your sworn enemy. You'll pick from a rogue's gallery of deeply disturbed drivers, each piloting their own weaponized death mobile, all vying to earn one twisted wish from a demonic game master named Calypso. Spoiler alert, wishes don't end well. Your job? Survive the carnage in hauntingly bleak arenas, from crumbling suburbs to deranged asylums, all within the city of Midtown, aka the place urban planners forgot while on acid. The arsenal? Glorious. Homing missiles, napalm, machine guns, remote bombs. Every pickup is an invitation to mayhem. The real joy comes in local split screen, where betrayal is just a turbo boost away. With every match, things go from haha fun to okay, what's wrong with us? And that's exactly why it rules. Tekken Tag Tournament. If you and your friend have ever debated which Tekken character is the undisputed king or kangaroo of beatdowns, this glorious tag team brawler settles the score with style, sass, and a roundhouse kick to the nostalgia gland. Imagine this: 35 plus fighters from past games, all stuffed into one chaotic showdown where you can swap between martial artists mid-combo like you're choreographing a Bruce Lee movie with twice the fists. The tag mechanic isn't just for show, it's strategic, explosive, and at times hilariously unfair. When one fighter's health runs dry, boom, game over. So every swap is a high-stakes decision. Pull your hurt fighter out or risk a dramatic KO just because you got cocky doing 10-hit strings with Hwoarang. Want more chaos? There's a boss character who plays dress-up with everyone's moves, and Tekken Bowl mode, where you use Paul Phoenix to knock over pins instead of jaws. Quake 3 Revolution. Friendships will be tested, reflexes will be sharpened, and someone is absolutely going to rage quit over a railgun shot from across the map. This multiplayer madness doesn't do story, it does frag or be fragged. You and your buddy drop into a blood-soaked gladiatorial arena run by cosmic overlords, naturally, armed with a selection of weapons so satisfying they might qualify as therapy. Machine guns, plasma rifles, rocket launchers, and the absurdly OP railgun all make an appearance. And yes, you will rocket jump directly into your own demise at least once. Matches are lightning fast, maps are maze-like fever dreams, and death is just a brief inconvenience before you're instantly back in with a vengeance. The bots are mean. The movement is slippery in all the right ways, and the skill ceiling is high enough to make you question your life choices. Best part? Every session becomes a sweaty, caffeine-fueled battle for bragging rights that somehow ends with both of you yelling, "One more round!"
Bring 'em in. soldier.
Don't worry about me, General. I can...
Starboard turbine failure. Initiating emergency system. Warning.
TimeSplitters Future Perfect. If you've ever wanted to slap zombies in the 90s, team up with a disco spy in the 60s, and fist bump a robot buddy in a post-apocalyptic future, all in one sitting, this time-hopping fever dream delivers. It's an absurdly entertaining FPS that lets you and your friend co-op through history's weirdest and most explosive moments, all while wisecracking like it's an action movie written during a Red Bull overdose. The shooting, tight. The weapons, delightfully unbalanced. The plot, gloriously nonsensical but somehow still heartfelt. You'll be bouncing through timelines with Cortez, a shaved-head space marine who might as well be Duke Nukem's more polite cousin. And yes, you'll absolutely fight alongside yourself thanks to brilliant time loop mechanics where past you helps future you, because why not? Add in a chaotic arcade mode, the legendary Map Maker feature, which practically lets you build your own FPS mini-campaigns, and couch multiplayer with an absurd number of unlockable characters, including gingerbread men and monkeys, and you've got a two-player dream that's part shooter, part comedy, all-time classic.
A young woman named Allison Cressmere was identified as a mutant. The Genetic Research and Security Organization is now responding to that report, but a mob has formed and tempers are flaring.
X-Men Legends. Who needs solo heroism when you can throw Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops and Nightcrawler into a blender and hit the team combo button? This chaotic, mutant-powered beat-em-up lets you and your buddy assemble a 4-mutant dream team and unleash havoc across the Marvel universe, while also low-key looting everything in sight like you're at a very angry Comic-Con garage. You'll switch characters on the fly, chain mutant abilities into screen-melting combos, and level up faster than you can say, "Danger Room Unlocked." Whether you're flaming enemies with Magma's volcanic rage, or having Iceman slide around like a show-off, each mutant feels unique and powerful, especially when you're triggering extreme powers that make the whole screen explode in pixelated justice. And when you're done with a mission, head back to the X-Mansion, hang out with Beast, and casually play a mutant trivia game for XP. No biggie. Guitar Hero 2. If you've ever dreamed of melting your friend's face off, not with fireballs, but with a 100-note combo on Free Bird, this is the ultimate living room showdown. This rhythm rock masterpiece turns your plastic guitar into a weapon of mass eardrum domination as you shred through decades of music like you're auditioning for every band ever simultaneously. You and your buddy will go head-to-head or co-op your way to rock stardom, one crunchy riff and screaming solo at a time. The fretboard turns into a highway of glory as you try to nail 3-note chords while also avoiding hand cramps and public shame. Want to play bass and feel deeply underappreciated? This game lets you live that dream too. The cherry red SG controller? Iconic. The Xbox 360's Gibson Explorer? Aggressively pointy and very serious. Whether you're missing notes because you're laughing too hard, or breaking into an air guitar victory dance after a perfect run, this is pure couch chaos. Rock on. These titles were about connection, laughter, rematches, and moments that became legendary between friends. So grab an old school controller, blow the dust off your memory cards, and call up that one friend who still remembers the cheat code. These PS2 gems aren't just worth playing, they're the kind of games you'll never want to stop playing together.